Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harden got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free of the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya as well. Like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. Okay. And that's the little bell right next to it. You know what? And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. All right? Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, please don't tell me you didn't know we had our mobile app. What is wrong with you? Come on, man. Guys, you got to keep up with the Joneses and them. Everybody, we have our own mobile app. So wherever you get your apps from, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy's, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Venture, wherever you get them from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, take us with you on a go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew. And I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our app, our Roku channel, now I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, we ask, do me a favor. Do me a solid, would you? Download Chicago's channel to your television. All right? You can watch us on the big screen. And not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning, but you get all our other live shows. You can watch us on the big screen as well. Hell, we're on the big screen live right there, right? Mickey, Vicky, now. So here's what you do. Just download it. All right, download it, put a smack dab next to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Max, Apple Plus, Star. Oh, snap, Stars. That's right. New episode came out today. Power Book 4 or Book 3, Raising Canaan. I wasn't a real big fan of that till season 2. Last season, it really got me. And I'm liking this season as well. So make sure you check that out as well. Now, you can tweet the show. You can tweet at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me. personally online. You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy one handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, because you're an IGer and you do it just for the gram, just follow her at Maya_Kai. It's MAYA_AKAI. I'm going to bring him out. I'm fired up to have him back by popular demand. I'm in control. I got the upper hand. That's what I'm talking about, my man. He's from the Nomad Network. He's going to join me for the first segment of 40 minutes or hour, whatever he got today. He's a busy man. I said, Samo, you do a lot of stuff? He goes, I'm busy. I'm like, all right, Papa, all right, I got you. Let's bring him out, my man, Samo. Samo, what's up, Papa? Good morning.
Never too busy for you, Shawn. What's up, brother?
Man, I'm feeling good. I just got off this 3-day water fast. Man, I was hangry as a mother Hubbard, boy. Lost 7 pounds. Definitely clears your head, clears all the inflammation in your body. I was like, damn. Woo.
Feeling good, and hungry and emptied. I'm sure
Hungry.
There was a lot of bathroom trips.
So I got me some pineapple for between commercial breaks. Because like they said, I was reading, it said you just can't go back to eating regular food. It's gonna fuck up your stomach. Your stomach hasn't digested anything in 72 hours.
All liquid in there.
For me, it was more than 72 hours because the last time I ate was 8 o'clock on Tuesday. So another 4 hours. And then it was 8 o'clock here, another 12 hours. So what, 72, 84 hours. Man.
Jeez, you're better than me, man. That's a hell of a commitment there. Salute to you for getting through it, man. Hopefully the weekend treats you well.
So it has to, I had to make sure I did it today because I'm obviously gonna watch the Bears game. But I mean, my guy, we're gonna go up to Output and we're gonna have some wings. So I got to be able to eat some wings. I can't like go there without eating. Who the hell goes there without eating wings? So I gotta go. I gotta have fruit most of the day today. For dinner, I'm gonna have a big salad and toss some chicken in there, chopped up to make it easier. Tomorrow I'll have another salad, and I'll try and cut up. I have some brats, so I'll make some brats and cut those up and eat. And then we into heavier food, and then Sunday, so I could have some chicken wangs from my man over at Output. So
Sounds like a plan.
I am fired up, baby. I am fired the freak up. Man, Samuel, we got a lot to talk about, Papa. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of ramifications for Sunday. We got Blackhawks, we got Bulls. But you know what, guys? We need you to get interactive. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, hold on. Whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or mobile apps, leave a question or comment on that particular platform. It'll come up. Thread, okay? And damn, it'll come up on the thread. We'll put it on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And you know what? That's why this is the best morning Chicago sports talk show around is you, right? So bring them all, baby. We want everything. Questions, comments, smart ass from us because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Man, Lord have mercy. Let's see who we got in the chat already. Cornelius Squalls, early bird. What up, Papa? He's in the house. Man, right after him, Brian Henry B. Smooth in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. Jr. What's up, big dog? What's up, Junior? It's my guy. Look at this, my guy. A new guy. He's started Senpai guy. Truly my guy. Senpai, what's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. J2K, the walls of Jericho in the Mickey Ficky house. That's what I'm talking about. Man, woo-wee. Here we go. More of the usual suspects. Marshawn Walls. It is the first Mickey Ficky Friday of 2024, baby. You know it. You know it. Levette Lee, good morning, Mama. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Samo getting mad love is from Cornelius. Samo. Marshawn, Samo. Junior, Samo. Samo getting mad up. Oh, look at J2K. Samo, my guy. I love it.
J2K.
Marshawn Walls in the house. That's what I'm talking about. Man, listen, I don't know a lot about a lot. Okay, but I do know this. Senpai, what's up, Baba? I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects are going to tune in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, to all my peoples in the struggle, I know.
For sure.
So, guys, you know how we do? So I had someone to come on and talk Bears with me today. I'm not gonna put him on blast. He's a good dude. But he canceled on me like late last, like, for real, for real, for real, for real. I was like, and he said his family. I was like, all right, cool. That's cool. I get it. I understand. Life happens. I get it. It does. I was just like, I was like, all right. I said, just hope, take care. Hope it's not too serious. You know what I mean? Hope it's not too serious. So, yeah. Look at B. Everybody loves Samo. Greg, I. Be smooth. That's funny.
Right.
That's funny. That is funny. That's good stuff. You got me there. That was a good one. My mouth was open. For all my Eddie Murphy fans. See, that's the thing I love. Like, if you're of a certain age, like, I'm gonna drop a whole bunch of my show is based off of what I lived and grew up on. So a lot of things, if you might not catch it. Junior catches just about all of them because he's a little older than me, and so we'll talk. Did you say this? Did you mean this? I'm like, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, okay.
Like,
I caught it. Like, if you ever met Junior talks like this. He's nasally. Yeah, great guy. Yeah, Shawn. I blocked harder for you every time you ran the ball because you're my guy.
Shout out to Junior.
Junior. Oh, man.
And Patty.
Junior and Patty in a Mickey Ficky house. So, look at Brian. I tried. That's awesome. That is awesome.
That was a good one, Brian.
But you know what? Let's check it out. Guys, you know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Wow, I almost forgot. Whoo, Charlie. What was I thinking? First top of the morning topic. Which one is it? Oh, snap. We talked about these guys. It's a work in progress. All right. Our Blackhawks fall to the New York Rangers yesterday 4-1. Mrazek. Where he go? No. Mrazek stopped. 28 of 32 shots. The only Blackhawk goal was Blackwell scoring his first of the year. Kachuk with his third helper, and Magnell with his first helper. And they're just going to be days like this. You know what I mean? They're going to be days like this. Like we understand it's going to be. It's a there's a growing pains. Bottom line is going to be growing pains for this particular team. But you know what? Here's the thing: is that they're fun. You know what? They're fun to watch. They are. They're growing and maturing before our eyes, which is something that we like to see. This is very reminiscent of back when we first got Patrick Kane. So, and this kid is amazing. He is truly amazing, Samo.
Yeah, he definitely is. And you're right, man. They are fun, man. They're competitive, man. They continue to compete throughout the game, man, no matter who the opponent is, man. It's just that, they just don't have the talent right now to face a New York Rangers team right now, man. That's a good team that they faced, man. I thought that second goal was controversial. That was definitely kicked in. It was definitely kicked in, but they allowed that to go. But hey, it is what it is, man. We have an all-star, the youngest all-star in the league ever, in Connor Bedard, man. We're just gonna, continue to build around him. And like I said, man, we have ships that'll be sailing in pretty soon.
Yes, we do. And the next top of the morning topic is, you are correct, Samo. You stole my thunder. crazy son of a gun.
Oh, I thought you had it already. I thought you hit it.
Yeah, Connor Bedard,
Yes, sir.
baby. Connor Bedard was elected to the All-Star team. He is the youngest player ever in the history of the NHL to be selected as an All-Star. This kid, he was just named the Rookie of the Month back-to-back months in November and December. This kid is the real deal, and it's great seeing him. These awards that are befallen on bestowed upon him so soon, but he deserved it. They're not just giving it to him. I mean, he led all rookies in points last month in December, 15 points, 5 goals, 10 helpers. Okay, this kid is more than ready for this stage.
Absolutely. He absolutely is, man. And him being so young, man, and still learning the game, he's really good right now. Imagine how good he's going to be in 5 years, man, when he really gets that innate understanding of the
What, when he's
game.
23?
Oh my
when he's
God, it's gonna
23?
be that'll be insane, right? It's gonna be insane. He's gonna be 23 years old. He'll probably be the best player in the league at that point in time, hands down. Like it's gonna be insane. Like I said, man, we just need to build around him and allow this team to go ahead and win those championships that are definitely coming, man, for this organization. Like I said, they made a great move in picking up this young kid, and he's turned out to be everything and more that we thought he would be.
You said it right, Sam. Everything and more. Just the mental capacity of this kid. I mean, it's insane how he's able to handle all of this. It's insane how he's able to deal with all of the scrutiny, all
Hmm.
the media scrutiny. It's not different. It's not easy, man. I mean, you're hyped up to be the next best thing, and you're living up to the hype. It's so easy for people to crumble under that type of pressure, those types of expectations, and
Hmm.
and for him to not just accept them but flourish.
Yeah,
A flourish, man.
the
I am
maturity
really,
is.
yeah, I'm extremely impressed with this young man.
Mhm. Maturity for me, man. It gets me. It's like you're 18 years old, man, and at 18 years old, and this hockey is a job for him now. It's not just for fun. Like it's a real job for him, and you can tell he takes it that serious too, man. Like he's really out there and he's working at his craft. You can tell he loves the game. It's like, man, and like you said, him, his reactions with the or interactions with the media have been pretty darn good. So, man, like I said, man, we have a star. We have the star of hockey. The guy's going to be the best player in hockey for many, 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 many years to come. And it just feels really good to have the Michael Jordan of hockey in in that arena
It
down on
really
Madison.
does. The
Mhm,
Madhouse, baby, it is back. And well, it will be back. It will be
mhm,
back, and I'm telling you what, it's going to be awesome when they're able to hoist a Stanley Cup or two or three or five, whatever.
mhm.
But it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. Um, let me see. All right, next, keep it moving. What about my Bulls? Oh yeah, here we go. The next top of the morning topic: the Bulls.
Our
The
Bulls.
Bulls they host the Charlotte Hornets tonight at the United Center. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Um, they're playing a much better brand of basketball, and that is something that I'm really excited about. Um, ball movement is there, assists are up, rebound. They're getting out and running.
Mhm,
They're getting out and running, and to me, this is exciting. This is Billy Ball. This is that what we've been waiting for. This is what for the longest time. We're like, oh, fire this guy, fire this guy, fire.
mhm.
Nope. This dude is. This team is really playing well, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the season progresses. All right, seeing how the season progresses because um, now that they're playing this type of way, man, the youngsters are developing. Patrick Williams developing. Kobe's developing. This is really fun.
Mhm. Yep. And that's what excites me, man. It's the development of the young guys, man, who will I kind of gave up on, man. I'm to be honest with you, man, on the Cody Whites and the Patrick Williams, man. I just thought those guys were just not really consistent players for us over the past few years. And to see, once Zach Levine goes down, these guys just come in and really flourish under Billy Donovan playing Billy Ball. So, hey, we need to continue this brand of basketball. I know that Vooch is questionable along with Zach Levine for tonight. So we may see both of those guys tonight on the floor. Man, regardless of who's on the floor, man, we have to maintain this brand of basketball. Like you said, I'm glad it's a winnable game and a beatable opponent. I think we face them again on Monday at Charlotte again on Monday. So these next two games, Zach and Bush can get their legs underneath them, and really buy into this brand of basketball before we face some of the tougher opponents here coming up. I think we have Houston after that.
Yes, we do. Okay, next top of the morning topic, staying with the Bulls, and here's Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine could return today. Zach LaVine has been he's dealing with quote unquote inflammation in his foot. He was designated he was down in Windy City with the Windy City Bulls for a practice session. So they're anticipating the word. It hasn't been officially announced that he can return tonight, but it's expected that he will be in uniform at home against Charlotte tonight.
Mm.
My question to you is, does he get in where he fits in, or does he try and be the Zach where he's the black hole and give me the ball so I can score? Because this brand of basketball that this team is playing now is a much better brand of basketball. So do you think he adjusts, or do you think he goes back to his old ways? Because he's on the bench. He's watching the way these youngsters play. He's watching the way DeMar has kind of transformed his game as well.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking? What do you think Zach decides to do?
Oh no, man. Zach has shown himself to be kind of selfish in the past. However, man, he's seen the success of this brand of basketball, and he's seeing that the guys around him can actually play well, so that you can trust those guys, So I'm hoping that he buys in, man. He gets in and he completely buys into this brand of basketball, because this brand of basketball with Zach LaVine added it being as a threat out there on the floor, man, it really opens up a lot for these other guys, man. We can get so much more going if he does buy in than if he goes back to being, a little selfish and, stopping the ball. So, hey, we'll see. And I hope the leadership on the team, helps him to buy into this, and I mean, by leadership on the team, I mean the guys on the floor like DeMar DeRozan and Vooch, have a conversation with Zach about the brand of basketball they've been playing and the opportunities that they have to be competitive in this league, and especially in the East.
Senpai says Zach is selfish. He won't change.
Yeah. Yes, man.
And Cornelius, I agree. Zach can help a lot if Zach buys in.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're getting a guy who can catch and shoot. You get a guy who's athletic. You get a guy who, when he wants to, and it hasn't been very often in his tenure here in Chicago, when he wants to, can play defense. We've seen him play. We've seen him lock jokers down.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do it on a consistent basis. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Defense is something defense requires no skill. Defense requires all desire. Mm-hmm. How much do you want it? And we've seen Zach. All right. We've seen him like force turnovers, guard people out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And like, dude, what? Yeah, baby, keep it up. But nope, next game, yeah, he's back to being the same old Zach. But if he decides to accept his role, man, that is a huge, huge, huge addition to this Bulls team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely is. And you're right. Defense is like you said, when he gives all the effort on the defensive end, then he's very good. But when he's not giving that effort, he's really bad. So that's going to be really important as well, man. Him on the defensive end. like you said, if he buys in, I almost think his hand is forced where he has to buy in, man. If you want out of Chicago, and you have to put forth your best effort, and you have to show teams that you're willing to buy into whatever brand of basketball that they're playing, because no one's going to trade for you if they think that you're the selfish guy. You're just going to come in and command the ball and stop the ball and everything like that, and you're not going to put forth effort on defense. So the best thing he can do for himself if he wants out of Chicago is to go out, buy in, play well, and let's stack some wins for the Bulls,
So Brian, be smooth was like Zach should have went on a 3-day water fast with me. He would have been healed by now. Hey, I'm
right?
telling you, he would have. He would have. That's for damn sure, man. All my inflammation went away. I feel good, baby. I feel good. Uh-oh. What are you saying, Brian? Defense requires no skills. What are you trying to tell Nomad about that? We're talking basketball, silly, not baseball or football. So talking basketball. Basketball desire. Move your feet.
Yeah.
Jump up, block a shot, take a charge, get in the passing lane, play team defense. That does not take skill. That takes nothing more than desire. Excuse me, desire. Do you want to or not? Will you or won't you? That's all it is. And one of the people who's been really a huge benefit from this new style is Kobe White. Kobe White, man, look at this. Look at Kobe White's December. I know it might be a little small on the screen for you, but deal with it. In December, last month, he averaged 22.5 points, 22.6 points a game, 6.4 rebounds, almost 6 assists a game, shooting 47% from the field, 40% from three, 82% from the free throw line. He made over three-pointers a game. This dude was on fire, and the petition to get him in as an all-star, it's well deserved. This guy really, after the performance and his coming out this year, he definitely needs to be in that all-star game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Kobe definitely deserves to be an all-star. He's led this team as well. That's the other thing that you don't see up there. Like, man, he's been a leader of this team, even though DeMar DeRozan has been out there on the floor. This team has been led by Kobe since Zach has been out. And, I hope he continues to lead and, he doesn't, fall back into whatever, or relinquish his leadership to Zach. Continue to be the leader out there, continue to be the floor general, tell Zach to move over, move over and or rotate and all that good stuff, man. So I want to see him continue to develop, man. I think he can be a star in this league, is what he's showing. Like, he told me, I didn't even know this. I read something that he was like Mr. North Carolina, where he's the highest scoring player in North Carolina history. Or
Yep. High school basketball history.
in high school basketball history. That's insane to me. If you consider all the guys that have come out of North Carolina, man, and to know that about him, and to see now you can see it, and like you can see the evolution of his game. So, hey, shout out to Kobe. Do your thing, man.
He broke. I don't know if it was Michael's record, but he did break someone's record for the most points in North Carolina high school history. So again, he's extremely talented. It took him a while, but this is the thing of development. And he came out after his freshman year. So literally 12 months after, 12 months after he's, graduated high school, he's in the NBA. He played 1 year at Carolina, and now this is your job. Now you're traveling. Now you're dealing with guys who are are bigger than you, stronger than you, faster than you, more physical than you. All right, more savvy than you, because it's going to take time. It takes time to develop. I mean, you don't believe me? Look at Larry Markkinen. Look at that joker. Now he's an all-star with, and who lives in the weight room. So you gotta give these guys time to develop. They got to give these guys time to get active, because physically you're behind. Physically, all right. There's no way that a 19-year-old kid is strong enough, or very rarely is a 19-year-old kid strong enough to play with grown-ass men. Why do you think the NFL makes you wait 3 years after high school before you can graduate? Because you'll get destroyed. You'll get hurt. You'll get killed.
Yes.
Going up, if you want to be you think you're a quarterback or a running back, there's no way you can deal with that, and just, I'm really glad that he's taken on that leadership role. I'm really glad he's had the success, and I only wish him more success because he seems like a great dude. I haven't met him, but just watched him in the interviews and on the court. He just seems like a really nice young man, and you want good things to happen to good people.
Sure, I agree.
Let's see. Cornelia said, that was my advice to all my nephews. If you play defense and hit your free throws, you'll make any team. You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. And you'll be in crunch time. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be in crunch time. That's for damn sure. If you play defense and hit your free throws, you're in down the stretch. You're in the final 4 minutes. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, because you're a huge asset to your team. So, great stuff. Well, listen, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll be right back with more top of the morning topics, all right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Samuel and I will be back. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
And he's still dishing out pancakes in the NFL.
Herbert this time has the first down and more. Explodes down the sidelines. Cuts in. And finally toppled around the 3. 3rd down, 8 to go. Fields pressured immediately. Athleticism escapes that one. Fields, are you kidding me? Has the first down and scoots out of bounds. The man is a magician. Elevated to bigger roles for the Bears in the secondary. Heineke, play action. Looks right, then back left, and one of those rookies makes a pick at Tyreek Stevenson. Heineke floated it. Stevenson hauls it in.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of CBS. Those were the Bears, baby, last week. And I asked Tyreek Stevenson, did you bait him? Because if you watch, that's very similar to a couple of Jalen Johnson's interceptions. They're in a cover 2, and that's exactly the way I would teach my corners. All right, you got the flat, but notice his hips are turned. Watch it again. Watch his hips. His hips are not parallel to the line of scrimmage. They're kind of turned, so he can drop back or go forward wherever the ball is. You want to stay a little forward toward the flat, which is your responsibility, because that gives the quarterback the misconception that he can get that ball over you. But once you see that he's looking at the guy behind you, between you and the safety, now you can break, and now you can make a play just like he did. Watch the is the last one. This one. Yeah, watch how he does it.
Looking for their 5th straight home win. Fields spins out of it. How did he do it again? Houdini's to the outside. Lowers the shoulder.
And he's still dishing out pancakes in the NFL.
Herbert this time has the first down and more. Explodes down the sidelines. Cuts in. And finally toppled around the 3. 3rd down, 8 to go. Fields pressured immediately. Athleticism escapes that one. Fields, are you kidding me? Has the first down and scoots out of bounds. The man is a magician. Elevated to bigger roles for the Bears in the secondary. Heineke, play action. Looks right, then back left, and one of those rookies makes a pick at Tyreek Stevenson. Heineke floated it. Stevenson hauls it in.
His hips were parallel to the sideline, so then he was able to jump back. Great things. And I talked with him afterwards. I talked to Tyreek Stevenson after the game, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, did you bait that quarterback on that first pick?"
You talked about the game slowing down for you. How comfortable are you out there right now?
Very comfortable because of the guys around me. The guys around me have been pushing me since I got here. I pretty much got thrown the fire, and all them guys been doing is just, using their fiery signature to try to put it out and just give me the confidence that I need.
Did you bait that quarterback on that first TD? Because it looked like you were sunk in and you were waiting for him to throw it. As soon as he turned his hips, he sunk back.
It was cover 2. Just studying a little Jalen Johnson film. Show him short, but make sure we able to get back. Just kept my hips open. Know I had my responsibility low, but also know I got to help the safety high, and just he put the ball in harm's way, and I'm gonna go get it every time.
What he said was extremely encouraging. He said, he's joking. Like, I just watched a little Jalen Johnson film. Like, yeah, that's film you want to watch. That's film you want to watch. Okay, that is film you want to watch with a guy who's done it very well and a guy who's done it extremely well this year. Okay, extremely well. That's film you want to watch, and for him to say that. And for him to do that shows intelligence on his part. All right, shows intelligence on his part, because if you got a guy who's one of the best in the league at your position on your team, yeah, you may want to watch what he's doing.
Absolutely, man. Tyreek Stevenson, man, has become a little budding star, man, of this team. As you've noticed, man, his development from the first game in the preseason to now to that game, to see him have a 2-interception game, and he's him to say stuff like, "Yeah, I studied my own guy in my locker room, who I know is a pretty good DB, great corner, who's having a great year," and to see the hands that he has, man, because that was all hands that jump. Him rise up and grab that ball. I think he may have made Jaden a little jealous of those hands right there. Hey, man, like I said, Tyreek has developed into a great corner. We remember at the beginning of the year, he was getting all these penalties. He was over-aggressive, and to see him now, getting all these PBUs and Now interceptions, man, I was looking at the numbers last night, man, because I was saying like, man, this kid is playing really good. I wonder what his chances are of becoming defensive rookie of the year. And uh, I found out that he is the best corner in the rookie corner in the NFL by far. By far, if you look at the numbers, man, by far he's the best rookie corner in the NFL. 4 interceptions. He has like 79 tackles or something, where some of like 20 of those are assisted or so. But it's crazy, man. And he has a forced fumble. The only thing he doesn't have is a sack. That's the only thing he hasn't done yet. They haven't sent him on a blitz yet.
Yeah, it probably won't, but I think it'll be okay if he doesn't end up with a sack. And you talked about how important it was for him to watch his guy. Well, you know why it's important? Because his guy just became a Pro Bowler. All right, he just became a Pro Bowler. It's his first. Oh my God, I didn't put that up. Son of a biscuit! It's his first Pro Bowl of his career, and not to mention his boy Montez Sweat is also oh, I did put it up. Never mind, Steve-O, you took it down. I had a nice little picture up, a little picture thingy here. I'll put it up here because it's pretty dope. There we go. Yeah, Pro Bowls for the first time, and let me tell you, it's awesome to see them. All right, it's what happened. This is a culmination of literally one season. All right, look what the defense we had last year. It was gutted. We all knew it was being gutted. We all knew that what the deal was. We knew it. Okay, and then this year, all right, during that 14-game losing streak, this defense gave up 33 points a game. There's no way you can win in the NFL when your defense gives up 33 points. And now you got 2 Pro Bowlers. The Montez Sweat trade was amazing, was the catalyst of this whole thing. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the John Lester deal with the Cubs. And the Cubs, but that trade that could have been one of the best free agent acquisitions. He was a free agent in Chicago history. And what's right up there after or next to, or maybe even ahead, is Marion Hossa. Those 2 acquisitions turned those franchises around. And this acquisition of Montez Sweat could have franchise around.
It absolutely did, man. And if anybody was watching the Nomad Network, man, from the summer, man, I have been calling for this trade for Montez Sweat since the summer. I know everyone was out for Chase Young. I was saying that Sweat was the guy. He was the healthy one. He was the ascending player that I thought, and I thought that he was better against the run. And he's shown to be every bit of that after this trade, man. And I also feel like, these 2 guys making the Pro Bowl is significant to me because I think they've helped each other. Like these two being paired together, Montez having better coverage has allowed him a little bit more time, that extra tick of a second, those extra tenths of a second to, get to the quarterback and get him down. And then, and on the other hand, once quarterbacks start to speed their clock up because they know Montez Sweat's coming across the edge, the ball's coming out a little bit faster, and it's giving Jalen Johnson a lot more opportunities to get his hands on some balls. So I think these 2 together have just been a dynamic duo, and I'm happy for both of these guys, man. Shout out to both of them. It's their first Pro Bowl for both of them. I can't be more excited for either of them, both of them. And last thing I'll say is that the price just went up, right? The price just went up on Jalen Johnson.
My guy, it's funny you say that. My guy Barry, a guy I played ball with, when I posted that yesterday on Facebook, he was like, "Well, yesterday's price is not today's price," and I'm like, "No, it is not."
Not at all. Not at all.
And the crazy thing is now he's hurt. No, it was a tackle. He came in on was it the running back? Tight end. He came in on a tackle. He came in up and run support. dove in with his right shoulder, and after that, I remember watching him like, oh damn, he's hurt. He's hurt. Like, oh shoot. And yeah, he was. That was. I hope he's okay.
Says he expects to play on Sunday. I heard him on 670 to score. He says he expects to play 100%. So that was good to hear. And I'm just hoping that he does. I'm hoping that he's healthy. He's had these shoulder injuries though, man, since I think before he even came to the Bears. I think he had a significant shoulder injury before he came to the Bears. You're on mute, Shawn. And then I think that's why he fell to us in the second round of the draft that year, right?
Coming out of college, he had
Right.
that shoulder issue, and a lot of people were worried about it, and it doesn't seem to be an issue now. Doesn't seem to be an issue. But yeah, he had that shoulder coming out issue coming out of college. So, shoot, yeah. So here's what was as far as for the Bears staying there, of course. Here's the injury report from yesterday. All right, so you got Tyson Bagent sick, did not practice Wednesday and Thursday. Khalil Herbert is back. That's so. Here's the crazy part. Khalil Herbert's back. Okay, so he's limited. You saw Jalen Johnson, his shoulder, he did not practice. Cole Kmet, his knee, he was limited. Mercedes Lewis did not practice. They said rest. Okay, get it. Darnell Mooney, yeah, I'm a little annoyed with him. DJ Moore still limited with the ankle, and Patrick Scales. Khalil Herbert, if he doesn't go, they're going to have to go back to Deontay Foreman. And they've really done him wrong.
Yeah, they did.
They've really done him wrong. Our guys from over at Clocker Sports wrote an article. Make sure you go check out my Facebook page. And I uploaded it onto my Facebook page, my personal page. I think on Sports Zone Chicago too, but on my Facebook page, my personal one, I know I did. And he had an interview with him yesterday at Hallis Hall. Great interview. Take a read. And he's frustrated. He's frustrated, especially after he got time. Okay, Khalil Herbert was hurt. Roschon Johnson was in concussion protocol. He came in and just carried the load. For this team. You know, I mean, I think he had 200-yard games in his 3 or 4 games that he started. All right, this dude, he brought it. And I was to the point like, man, I like this kid. Bring him back. Mm-hmm. But they're doing him wrong, man. And that's going to be a son of a gun, you know. But he's a professional, and you know he's going to have to stay ready because if they need him, and they call his number, I have no doubt. Put it this way, I'll be more happy than anything if he starts the game at running back. I'll be happy as a pig in slop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, man. They definitely did him wrong, man, by keep going away from him. I think that he is definitely shown himself to be the best running back we have on the roster, personally. That's how I feel about it. But Khalil Herbert has had 2 good games these past 2, but that's not to say that Deontay Foreman wouldn't have had the same days, you know, that Khalil Herbert had given those opportunities. Man, I think we're in good hands. We're in a good situation if Herbert couldn't go, you know, by going back to Deontay Foreman. I think that he has a lot to prove too, and I think he'll be running with a full head of steam if he were to play.
Yeah, he'll be running with a little bit of anger too, which is great. I think it's great. That's and just a little more because he runs angry to begin with. Mm-hmm. Staying with the Bears, man. DJ Moore and TJ Edwards were snubbed from the Pro Bowl. DJ Moore, I can see it a little more just because he doesn't have all the yards, even though he's having a career year. This is his best year statistically. 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns. But TJ Edwards is up there, and he's 4th or 5th in tackles in the NFL.
Yep.
Come on, man. It's like
multiple turnovers. I believe he has like 4 or 5 interceptions right now. and a couple of forced fumbles, man. Yeah, TJ Edwards was a surprising one. DJ Moore, there are a lot of good in it wide receivers in the NFC, so I can see, and it becomes a popularity contest at some point with the wide receivers and with all the players personally. But there's also another snub that you didn't add on there, and that was Jaquan Brisker, man. He's also another snub that Buda Baker got in over him, and he has like
Yeah.
20 or so more tackles. He has interceptions. Buda has none. He has forced fumbles. Buda has none. I don't know how that happened either. So, I don't know. The Pro Bowl has become more of a popularity contest than the actual, the best of the best going to, I guess.
And the crazy part about it, though, is that it's only like the fan vote is only a third.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess the others, the players, and then the coaches or the media. It's like, how do you not vote in Jaquan Brisker?
Yeah, that was weird.
How do you not vote in this guy who's balling?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 17 tackles, 2 games ago, or 2 or 3 games ago. My man is all over the place.
Yeah,
like how that as a player, it boggles my mind how that you get a guy, and it's not this isn't his first year doing it. I mean, yeah, maybe 17 tackles, but he was a force last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he was a force last year. He started doing it. He was becoming more and more of a force this year, and man, you can't. I just don't get it, dude. I don't get it. He is one hell of a pickup for us. Here,
mm-hmm.
It might be a little difficult for you guys to see, but here, 97 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 1 pick, 9 passes deflected, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss. No Pro Bowl. Buda Baker, there you go. 77 tackles, no forced fumbles, no picks, no passes deflected, no sacks, 3 tackles for losses.
And he not even close. Not even close. Not even close, man. And Jaquan Brisker is a guy that lays it all on the line, man. He plays every down like it's his last. We always say that as football players play every down like it's your last. That's the guy where you can see him playing every down like it's his last, man. He puts his body on the line on every play. He gets nicked up, seems like every game. And I'm like, man, it's Brisker. He's hurt again. Then you turn it on a couple plays later, he's right back in the game. Like, he's extremely tough, physical, man. I love the brand of football he plays. I can't wait till, this offseason where he can put on some armor, man, get some muscle behind him so he doesn't get nicked up so much. But, he didn't get it this year, but he has a few more coming in his future. I'll tell him that.
Yeah. He's going to have a lot. Hold on. Yes, Steve O, check out the game. The game's on CBS. The next top of the morning topic is the Bears. The Bears prepare for their final game of the season because they're not going to the playoffs. Unfortunately, we knew that. Kickoff is at 3:25. It got moved to the afternoon game. It's actually going to be on Fox. I mean, on CBS. I was like, what? That was crazy. So last week, the game, 2 NFC teams run CBS. This week again, 2 NFC teams run CBS. Or it wasn't last week. It was, it was last week. It's both 2 NFC teams. Dude, I have no idea how it is, but the game is on CBS. Kickoff is 3:25. CBS Channel 2, AM 1000 is the new flagship home of the Chicago Bears, and I am fired up for that, Samo. It is going to be one heck of a game.
Is there any better consolation prize if you don't make the playoffs to have the opportunity to play your rival, the Green Bay Packers, in their home and, prevent them from going to the playoffs, man? There's no better consolation prize. This is our playoff game, man. I expect this to be extremely physical. This is going to be probably the first playoff game of the year right here for the NFL. This is going to be a great game, man, because we're going to lay it all on the line. I know the Packers, they have a lot to play for. I think I read something about Jordan Love being a couple hundred yards from a $500,000 incentive bonus. as well as if he makes the playoffs, there's another $500,000 bonus. So they're motivated over there in Green Bay, and we're motivated here in Chicago. So it's going to be a great game. And I'm glad they pushed it back a little bit. It's going to be good, man. It's going to be a good one.
And you're right. There's a couple things at stake here. One is just as a victory, okay? And you try and go and you try and win the games. You only have 17 of them. It's not the NBA. It's not baseball. It's only 17 of them. You could finish with an 8-9 record. Okay. Super close to the 10 wins that I thought they would have. Okay. But it also sends a message. It'll send a message to Green Bay. Green Bay is, they came in, they just literally beat the shit out of us week 1. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They took it to us. Okay. Well, it's a different Bears team now. It's a completely different team. All right. Justin Fields got some peoples with him now. He got some peoples with him. There are a lot, the chemistry between Justin Fields and DJ Moore wasn't where it is now in game 1. All right. We had no guys named Montez Sweat in week 1. Javon Dexter, Zach Pickens, Tyreek Stevenson. These guys hadn't developed in week 1. Okay. And you're still getting those rookies who are just starting their second season in Spider-Man, Kyler Gordon, and Jaquan Brisker. Like there's just, so they were not where they are. They weren't where they're at now. They've developed so much. So I really like this matchup because you're at Green Bay. I like it. There's no, you know what, Samo, there's nothing like going into somebody's house, their backyard, whooping them and then leaving. Because you can't say, well, we got a call or this. You're lucky it's your play. No. All right. You got the home field advantage. We go in there, whoop some ass. All right. And then we come back to Chicago because ain't shit to do in Green Bay.
Nothing but to go watch the Green Bay Packers play ball. That's the only thing they have. That's what Justin was saying. Hey, like you said, man, this is we're going to be extremely motivated. This is a statement game for the Chicago Bears, man, the coaching staffs, as well as the players and the entire organization for that fact of the matter, man. Like I said, that first game, we were embarrassed, to say the least, and we weren't prepared. I think we're a much better team now. Like I said, the rookies have developed, and we have Montez Sweat now as a legitimate pass rusher. I'm just excited for this game, man. And Justin has played extremely well, man, since he's been back from injury. I thought this last game he played amazing. I thought his ball control, man, his ball placement was the best I've ever seen. And I have something that I identified that I think I attributed to. I should have texted you after that game, man, to ask you to ask Justin, man. But I don't know if you noticed, but Justin played with gloves on. He typically doesn't play with those gloves on.
Right.
And he seemed to have a lot more control of the ball, and his ball placement and accuracy was like top notch. I hope he continues to wear those gloves. I hope he noticed it or someone else noticed it, picked up on it, because I think it possibly has something to do with it. The gloves were a little wet, so they get a little more sticky when they're wet too. So you get that good grip on the ball, and he was ripping it, man.
He was, and that's I wish he would have texted me. I definitely would have asked him that. This is a big game. All right, there's a lot of questions swirling around this team. The future of Matt Eberflus, although most people think it's pretty safe now. I do too. The future of Luke Getsy. Most people are hoping he's gone. I do too. The future of Justin Fields. A lot more people as the weeks have gone on. And you've seen Brian Baldinger. You've seen Chase Daniel. You've seen so many different people, former NFL players, analysts saying, yeah, you might want to keep him. You might want to keep him. And I am one of them. I am one of them. So, but still, his future's in the air. And, we like to make things so dramatic. Everything. Justin, how did you, in the press conference, how did you feel knowing this? I think it was Finley. Like, how does it feel to know this could be your last game at Soldier Field? It could be. Like, And he answered it well. He's just like, I'm here in a moment. I'm not worried about it. I'm just, and I hate when we ask, get so dramatic, stop it, dude. Just stop it. Sometimes we get a little,
Absolutely.
I get a little annoyed with some of my peoples.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say to my peoples, but I'm part of the media now. So de facto part of my peoples, my associates. I don't even call my peoples. So, and the last thing, Samo, before we get out of here and go to break, one of the things that I'm anxious to see is how Justin leads. I'm anxious to see that. 15 first scripted 15, cool. But I want to see how he does after that. All right. I want to see how much leadership, moxie he has, because we all know the storylines. He does too. He's not oblivious to this. All right. Jordan Love is at 3,800 yards. Okay, 38.43 if I'm not mistaken. He passed Eric Kramer. He has more yards than the Bears' all-time single season passing leader. That was Eric Kramer back in 95, I want to say.
Yep.
And he's still got one more game. Well, in 16 games he did it. And he can get up to, he can be a 4,000-yard passer.
Right.
People are looking at this and like, is this a game where Justin goes out and says, hey, I'm going to win this at all costs? Maybe get 260, 280. God forbid he get 300 and 300, 2 tutties and 100 yards rushing in a tutty. Like, this is a big game because these are two young quarterbacks just starting to a new NFC North. And I think it's a good time for Justin. It's a good matchup. And I'm anxious to see how well he comes out to play, because if Justin balls, Samo, man, this Bears team, because his defense that this Bears team play that they have ain't nothing nice. Ain't nothing nice.
Nothing nice at all.
Give me your thoughts on how you think Justin comes out. And it's kind of a big game. I know it's not one-on-one. He's not playing Jordan Love. I know that. But you do kind of compare yourself as an athlete. Like, oh, he did that. Oh, let me get. I got you. Oh, I got you. I got you. You know what I mean? So, your thoughts on QB1?
Absolutely. This is Jordan Love's first year as a full-time starter too. So he hears all the talk, man, and he knows that it's not an apples to apples comparison, but Justin is extremely competitive. We all know that about him, man. And he hears all the chatter. He might not listen to it, but he hears everything. And he's shown that in the way that he responds in some of those press conferences. But I expect him to go out and lay it all on the line, every single play of this game. I think I just hope the supporting cast around him are up to the task and that they're as ready as he is. I don't have any doubt in my mind that he's going to be fully prepared and ready. He's going to give it his all. And hope that he just takes full command of the offense, man, and not allow Luke Getsy to ruin this game for us. That's the one thing I think about. If this is going to be your last game in Chicago, if people are saying that and you're not sure, then hey, go out with a bang. You know what I mean? Like, if you have to change some plays, change that play and get your team into the better player, and give yourself the opportunity to beat the Packers, man, because you haven't done it in your career here. That's what Bears fans, love to see more than anything, is for us to beat on the Packers. And if you're gonna be the quarterback of the future for the Chicago Bears, then hey, show us that in this game by going out and stomping on the Packers in Green Bay at Lambeau Field. Do your thing, baby.
This could springboard. We've talked about the Detroit Lions and how they finished up 8 of the last 10, I want to say, from last year. And they finished strong. They finished strong, and it propelled them to the NFC North title. Well, that's kind of where we're at. We wanted to do the same thing. You finished with a 3-game win streak. It would have been, let's see, here you go. So we could have won 1, 2, 3, 4 of the last 5 games we would have won if we win on Sunday. We would have won 4 of our last 5 games. That's a nice way to finish the season. That's a really nice way to finish the season. And you look, if we win Sunday, we're 8 and 9. Think of the 3 blown games that we had. Denver, all right, Detroit, and the one with Baker Mayfield, Cleveland.
Yep.
And not Mayfield. What's his name? Flacco. Those 3. Okay, we don't win those, dude. That's 11 and 6. Or what if we split the first 2 games, or first 4 games, instead of starting 0 and 4? You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different animal. I mean, and that shows you we're right there. We're right there. A couple of things here or there. All right, we didn't have Sweat to start the season. All right, we didn't have Sweat in the Denver game. All right, we didn't have, you know what I mean? Like, so all these, it's all part of the plan. And you can sit there and be a negative Nancy if you want and talk about, you know, oh, they're historic losses. I can't believe this. It's part of football. All right, it's part of football. You're going to have bad losses. Okay, when you're in the process of righting a ship, when you're in the process of dude, this defense was gutted last year. Gutted. And now they're one of the top defenses in the NFL in 1 year? Come on, man. Come on, man. And they're only, the arrow is going up for this team. So if if people want to sit there and look at the negative stuff, then, you know, don't come at me. Because it's about to be one. Because you know what? It's just easy to look at the positive stuff. And we're all traumatized. We're Bear fans. We have PTSD and we get it. But you also have to look at all the good stuff that's going on. Look at the good stuff. Look at Javon. You know, when I was talking to Javon Dexter, like, first of all, he's a good old country boy, Southern boy. You know, he's just still quiet still. But he's in this. He understands how much better he's gotten, and he understands how much better he needs to get. Here's what he said when I interviewed him. Talked to him after the game on Sunday.
Where's your confidence at? You started off as, you know, the different techniques from college to here, and you've really adapted. And from my perspective, I've seen you grow. How do you feel? Where's your confidence at going into the end of your rookie year?
My confidence is pretty. I wouldn't say low, but I'm high, but it's right where it needed to be. Knowing that you got to the quarterback, and
you're getting on a consistent basis now.
Yeah, for me, but I still I don't want to get complacent, so just still looking to improve. So yeah, my confidence is up as far as getting to the quarterback, but as far as learning and being getting better is still the same.
I love that, dude.
I love it too, man. Because it says that he's still humble, man. He still knows that he hasn't arrived yet, man. He does have a lot that he can get better at, but man, I'm telling you, next year he is going to be a monster. Like everyone keeps saying, we need a 3-tech. That's our 3-tech right there, man. And he's showing it week after week. The more playing time he gets, the better he's been. The more that he gets to work and perfect his craft this offseason, man, he's going to come back and he's going to terrorize the NFL next year.
He's going to be a big problem. He's going to be a big Mickey Ficky problem.
Yep.
And, you know, there are a lot of trade scenarios and draft scenarios. You know, my biggest thing is this. Not biggest thing. One of my big things is this. First of all, the decision has to be made on Justin, which I believe they're going to keep him. And if they do, then that means we're trading that number 1 pick. Who do you trade it with? All right. Does Washington want to jump up 1 spot? Because everyone, and it makes sense. It makes sense because if Caleb Williams is that dude, Caleb Williams is from DC. He's from DC. My guy was his high school coach over at Gonzaga. One of my teammates from college was his high school coach at Gonzaga. And bring a local boy home to lead the Washington franchise to prominent. Perfect. Bears are good. I think, and many experts are saying this, Samuel. I mean, experts, okay?
Quote
Get
experts.
3 first round because everyone is coveting these 2 quarterbacks, especially Caleb Williams. They're saying 3 first round picks is what it's going to cost.
Mhm.
You know, my thought is with Ryan Poles, like I said, Ryan Poles showed his ass already. He's getting a player.
Yep.
So Washington, you want to jump up one spot because you don't know who else we're talking to, because we're gonna have a lot of conversation with a lot of teams. Man, here's what I want. This would, if it plays out like this, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Mhm.
Washington jumps up with 3 first round picks and 1 player. And in this order, I want the player. I want Deron Payne, because now you got your 3 tech. Okay. And you got Javon Dexter, him and Javon Dexter rotating. And if you want to get freaky with it, you can put Javon Dexter on the outside. You can put him outside Montez Sweat sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So the player is Deron Payne, or you don't want to come up off Deron Payne, you give me Scary Terry McLaurin. Because you give me Scary Terry, and I go draft Marvin Harrison Jr., and I got DJ Moore, Scary Terry, and Marvin Harrison Jr., shut the front door, baby. Shut the front door.
Best wide receiving core in the NFL instantly. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, man, to see what they can get out of a Washington team who wants to move up one spot, maybe. You know, I know Washington has our second round pick in their own, so I definitely want both of those back. That's without question. And you know what? I want mine back, and you know what? Give me yours too. I need that. I need
Just on
that
GP
right now.
alone, damn it.
On GP alone, just like, hey, we're gonna make it look good. You know, throw in those another first round pick for next year, and hey, you guys can come right up and get you draft your quarterback, your hometown kid. I think Washington will be motivated because, like you said, it's a hometown kid, and he's supposedly the generational talent, quote unquote. But hey, there's other teams that are going to be willing to ante up even more, you know, because they're going to be the further you have to come up, you know, the more you're going
Yeah.
to have to pay. So,
Yes,
you
you
know,
do.
you look at a team like the Raiders, man, who are all the way down at 11, who'll probably end up in like 10 or something, 9 or 10 after this week. Hey, we can get a Max Crosby, a player out of them, and all those, and 3 first round picks out of a team like that. You can't pass that up, man. Having 2 dynamic edge rushers, man, on your defensive line elevates the entire defense, man. And that back 7 is just going to eat, you know, and whoever you put in that defensive tackle is going to eat as well because they're going to be facing one-on-ones the entire game. So, hey, you know, there's so many different ways we can go. This going to makes for a great offseason, man. I'm so excited, man. Like you said, we must keep Justin Fields first and foremost. Then after that, let the chips fall where they may.
You know, this is very reminiscent of 1983, 84, and 85. 83 is when the Bears had a really good draft. We drafted a couple tackles, and it was the beginning of something. 84, we get to the NFC Championship game. We lose to the San Francisco 49ers in Frisco. And then 85, well, we know what happened in 85. This is eerily similar to that. The pieces that they got this year, okay, and even though he wasn't drafted, he was acquired. Montez Sweat, all right, Javon Dexter, all right, Zach Pickens, excuse me, all right, Tyreek Stevenson. You got Darnell Wright. How can I forget about him? This is the beginning of what could be the resurgence of the Bears. Now, this offseason is probably the biggest. Last offseason was the biggest offseason in the Chicago Bears history. And this will be the biggest offseason in Bears history, because if things happen like I had said, and we get a Deron Payne, we make the trade with Washington, we get a Deron Payne, our defense is set. Or we get a Terry McLaurin, or you know what I mean, or someone else. Like, you know, we talk about Max Crosby from the Raiders. We get a Max Crosby. Or if we don't, and we sign a Daniil Hunter in the offseason. Then with all our picks, and then all of a sudden, I think in 2025 we are legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Legitimate. Your thoughts, though? Okay. It seems like Eberflus is coming back, which I'm okay with. Getsy's got to go. Your thoughts of what would you do with Jim Harbaugh? Because if he becomes available, because he's already hired an agent, an NFL coach's agent to represent him, which means he's coming. You know, do you Rick Renteria him? Do you David Ross him? What happens with Eberflus if you do you go after Harbaugh?
Yeah, I think he gets David Ross. I think that you have to go after the better coach, man. Hey, listen, there's no hard feelings, man. Hey, yes, you brought the defense back, but we have to get the better coach for Justin. And I think Harbaugh is the better coach for Justin and for the team all around. I really commend Eberflus with what he's done, towards the end of the season, and kept keeping the guys together. But man, he still has some coaching flaws that he has to work out as a head coach. And if you get a guy who's done it before, that Justin is going to be able to fit into his system. You've seen what he done with a guy like Colin Kaepernick, who has a similar skill set to Justin. And offensively, his brand of football is physical and a running game, and that's a Bears brand of football. You know what I mean? That's what we should be. He's everything that we should be offensively and defensively. He's a tough guy. He likes his defenses to play tough and physical, and that's also what the Bears like to do. So, hey, if we can deal with his personality and everything else, and if it's not going to be, he's not going to create tension in the building amongst Ryan Poles and our president, then hey, bring Jim Harbaugh in. Look, do what's best for the long-term future of the Chicago Bears, and not just think about the short term and just say that Flus is all right now. He's good right now. But we have an opportunity to bring in someone who could be great.
Yeah, and you know what? I read it, and the article, according to, I didn't save it. Son of a biscuit. All right, one of the guy that I want, like if we need Harbaugh, short, he's like Rick Renteria his ass. Cornelius Squalls is like, hey, we don't need Harbaugh. Bill Walsh is a better coach than Ditka, but the Bears still beat them. Well, I get it. I mean, don't get me wrong, because you're going to have to come up off a lot of money. All right, Las Vegas is going to want him. All right, and Jim might want to go to Vegas. All right, who would want to be in Vegas? All right, you got a brand new stadium, a couple of years old, beautiful. You can really do a number out there. But my question is Greg Roman. And Greg Roman was on Sirius XM called the NFL Blitz. And he talked very glowingly about Justin Fields. And if I didn't know any better, he was saying, I'd like to coach that kid.
Well, it's an interview, huh? Hey.
Yeah, he was talking to somebody. He was talking to some who was, I don't remember who. Here, I'll read the quote. He said, turns out Greg Roman is a big fan of Fields, as he revealed on the NFL Blitz for Sirius XM NFL. He says, I think Justin Fields has a ton of potential. I really do. I think his flashes this year. I think their team's on the rise. I think it'd be really hard to move on from him at this point. I think he's shown a lot of promise. So, I mean, if you just absolutely feel like, the quarterback in college is the guy, then maybe you make the move. But I don't know, man. They're building something, and I think that kid's got a chance to be pretty special. He's not the only person that said that. Players are saying that. And when you have teams that are willing to line up to trade for him, what is that telling you? They're lining up. They want this kid. Exactly. And you'll be like, nah, we're going to move on from him. What?
It's idiotic to think that You can get a first round draft pick. Like now there are teams that saying they're willing to give up a first round draft pick for him. Yeah, it's probably because he's pretty good. That probably means you shouldn't trade him, right? That probably means that we probably shouldn't trade him. Like, why? If he's worth the first round draft pick, we probably should just be our quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he's proven himself to be every bit as good, man, this year. I That's news to me. The comments from Greg Roman. I also saw some from Alex Smith, who I liken Justin Fields to a lot this year. That's his development, his path. It took Alex Smith like a few years and 3-4 years before he actually gained respect in the NFL. Everyone thought he was going to be a really good quarterback, but the team around him wasn't good. The coaching wasn't good. And as soon as he got with better coaching and Jim
Thank
Harbaugh,
you.
he became a really good quarterback. And then he shipped over and he's given another great coach in Andy Reid, and he becomes even better, and he has a better situation around him. He became a really good quarterback. And he spoke to that about Justin, just, fixing the situation around Justin is going to make him a lot better because you've seen him do a lot more with less. He says that he was very impressed with what Justin has done, with the terrible offensive line and not having the weapons around him and so forth. So to hear him say that, and now Greg Roman also coming out and saying that he likes the guy, and that's probably the guy. If we do stick with Eberflus, who will more than likely get the job, and who probably should get the job, and be given the keys to that car.
The one thing that Justin has, or the one thing that Justin has missing, is a quarterback guy.
Yep.
That's the only thing he's been missing. All right, we've talked about it ad nauseum. Okay, you know what? When things happen because they're coached or they're allowed. Okay, a lot of the sloppy things that Justin does that needs to work on, they're being allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the names, and everybody talks about, and this is why, and this would shut everybody up, like Parkins and Spiegel. All right, Joy Taylor from whatchamacallit, Shady McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they want stats. I got stats. I got stats for your ass. All right, I got stats. But I got something that's even more important. Every single quarterback that people name, well, if he was here, if Mahomes was here, the Bears would be better. If CJ Stroud was here, the Bears would be better. If Lamar was here, the Bears would be better. And I said, okay, you're probably right. But my question to you is this: is it before they got with their quarterback guy, or after? Because if you look at Cam Newton had Mike Shula. Remember Mike Shula, offensive mind. When he won the MVP. By coincidence? Nope. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, Andy Reid. He's had Andy Reid his whole career. 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls. Joe Burrow, Brian Callahan. Same offensive coordinator since he's been there. Same play caller. Justin Herbert, Kellen Moore, one of the hottest offensive minds. Lamar Jackson, Greg Roman. He was with Roman when he won right before he won his MVP. Yep. Remember, they wanted to run Tua out of Miami. They're gonna send him to Cuba. I said, no, you got to go back on one of them rafts.
They put him really close to they sent him pretty close to Cuba, right? To Miami.
Man, they want to send him back when they had Brian Flores, but then Daniel now Tua's an MVP candidate. Jalen Hurts gets with Doug Peterson in Philly because they wanted him out in Philly. Josh Allen. They wanted him out in Buffalo until Brian Daboll became the offensive coordinator. Brock Purdy, we know he's working with the son of the GOAT in Kyle Shanahan. And then C.J. Stroud. It was like, well, we passed on C.J. Stroud. Well, guess what? C.J. Stroud's with Bobby Slowick. Bobby Slowick is from the Mike Shanahan tree.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford, okay, had his career revitalized. Well, he was doing well up there, and then he wins the Super Bowl with Sean McVay. And then Goff, who they thought couldn't lead him to a Super Bowl, goes to Detroit. He's having a great year, resurged his career. Why? He's got Ben Johnson. Love, Matt LaFleur. Kevin Cousins, Kevin O'Connell. I mean, Kirk Cousins, Kevin O'Connell. These are all offensive minds, offensive people. Justin Fields, Matt Nagy, Bill Lazor, Luke Getsy.
That is a great point, man. That was a great point and well said, man. You're absolutely right about all of those guys have the coaches. You look at the coaches behind all of those great, cute quarterbacks, and you look at their careers before they got those coaches, and you can tell like coaching makes a huge difference, man.
Big time.
And you know, we know it. You know, being ex-football players, man, when you have one bad coach and you get that one good coach that can just, you know, make you see the game differently. And,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
everything falls into place from there. That's all Justin needs is that one good guy to let him see the game differently, the way that he should, and you know, and also to call the plays that are going to accentuate his talent. And he's going to take off, man. He's going to be an MVP candidate next year. Mark my word, Justin Fields will be an MVP candidate next year if we keep him on this roster and build on this roster as I fully expect Brian Poles to.
From your lips to God's ears, Samo. From your lips to God's ears, because I think I've said I think Justin can be one of the faces of the NFL because there's nothing physically that any quarterback in the NFL can do that Justin can't. You name me any quarterback who can. What do you want to put? The arm, the power, the strength of an arm. Justin's got a gun. The ability to make different throws. Justin can make all the throws. The ability to release it at different arm angles. We've seen Justin do that. The ability to run. Not many people, if anybody, can do what Justin does with his feet. And not as well because no one's 6'3", 225 who can run and break a tackle like the Houdini act he did when a dude had him and he spun around. Everybody else is down. Everybody else is tackled.
No one can do that.
So, you know, it's this kid with proper coaching. Man. See, Sir Pie, but here's what I'm talking about. Like Sir Pie, and this is my point. Justin needs to work on those mechanics and drop back speed, or he will never be who he could be. That's coaching. That's coaching. Luke Getsy, that is being allowed. Why are you allowing Justin Fields to do that?
Mm-hmm.
That's coaching. And I get it. At some point, you have to help yourself, Justin. All right, because you've coached better at Ohio State. You're a coach better. Bring some of those things here. Stop the lazy drop back. All right, get this timing down. But that's the coach's job. That belongs to the coaches. And it's fallen flat to Luke Getsy. Because trust me, if Greg Roman comes here or another offensive mind comes here, that is the first thing. This is a West Coast offense. Footwork is everything. Everything in the West Coast offense. And if you allow Justin to do that, come on, man. He's a human. He's a player. Players are going to do whatever they want. He's been successful with what he's doing. Now you got to show him if you do it my way, if you do it the proper way, guess how much more successful you will be. You think what you had over here is success? Do it my way and watch this. And that's where his coaching, that's where he's lacked in the coaching. It's that someone's staying on him. And I told him, or I told you guys, let's get to the psychological part of it. Justin, I knew Justin's dad was a cop. I didn't know his dad was a Marine. I found it out last week or so. So there's a lot of discipline in the house. He was raised that way. You can see it. He's a good kid, good young man. You need an offensive coordinator who's going to stay on him. And Justin is that good soldier where you tell him what to do, he will do it. But if you allow him to do what he wants, yeah, Senpai, I hear you, but you're talking 3 years. We need to see more for sure. But 3 years. So look at year one. And I know it sounds like excuses, but let's look at the facts. He gets thrown in game 4, week one, in his first year, gets destroyed in Cleveland, has no offensive line, no receivers to throw to, in a lame duck regime with Matt Nagy, who didn't do shit for him. And the only time he had any type of success was when he had Bill Lazor. And then Matt Nagy said, I'm going to call plays again. So how do you expect him to develop then? Year one. Year two, last year, you tore down the defense. Defense gave up 33 points. There was a stretch where the Bears averaged 30 points for 5 games in a row. Averaged 30 points, and they were 1-4. Ask a quarterback with no wide receivers. He didn't have DJ Moore last year.
Mm-hmm.
What a shitty offensive line. We didn't have Darnell Wright last year. Tevin was hurt in and out. And you want him to go in a shootout with teams? And we lost 7, 8 one-score games. Why do you think they're only one-score games? It wasn't because of EQ St. Brown. It wasn't because of Pettis. It's because of Justin. It wasn't the defense stopping anybody. It was Justin. And then you're like, well, he can't complete the fourth quarter. He can't carry the whole team by himself. Oh, he can't throw the ball and catch the ball, Darnell Mooney against the Commanders.
Thank you.
Like, man, all these things, and this is what people don't see. They go, well, he's 8-20, sorry, he's 9 and he's 10. And this is what annoys me because you don't understand. This is why I tell you guys, do not listen to national pundits. They see highlights and they're like, oh, well, he lost. He sucks. No, your mama sucks. All right, don't piss me off. Now you got me fired up, Samuel. They got me fired up this morning.
I see you fired up right now. Like you say, context matters though, man. Like you said, you can't just look at the numbers and say, oh, he's had 3 years to do it. No, yeah, he's had 3 years, but you got to look at the context of the fact that Matt Nagy didn't have a system that, accentuated his talents. Matt Nagy also didn't have the offensive line built around him. But however, when, like you said, Laser came in to the fold, Laser built an offense that, was conducive to help Justin be successful, and Justin had some success for a few games until Nagy took it over again. And then you bring Luke Getsy in. It's a totally different offense. Now I have to learn new footwork and have to learn a new terminology for a brand of offense. And last year we saw Justin flourish. Like you said, man, he kept us in games last year. He absolutely kept us in games because our defense was giving up over 25 points a game or during that stretch of time. However, we were in the games to the end, and Justin was making the plays that he was supposed to make. However, his teammates weren't. There were drop passes. There were guys fumbling balls that, fumbled us those opportunities to win those games that could have made Justin's win-loss totals look a little bit different for, Shady McCoy and Joy and all those guys, national guys who like to look at win-loss totals. Yeah.
Colin Blowhard.
Who think that win-loss totals are a quarterback stat. That's not a quarterback stat. There's an entire team that contributes to that win-loss total. How did Peyton Manning feel after 0-13, his first year? It wasn't all on Peyton. I'll just say that. He wasn't playing great, but it wasn't all on Peyton. The team wasn't built around him. And then come to this year when, Getsy failed him early on this year. Yes, he tried to be something that he overcomplicated things. He tried to be the smartest guy in the room and tried to change Justin, man. When he saw what Justin was, man, you just have to build on what Justin is and allow Justin to be Justin. However, like the mechanics and things, like you said, man, you must make him clean that stuff up, man. Like that's your job as a coach. And Andrew Janoku as the quarterback's coach, man, you got to clean all that stuff up, to make it easier on Justin. And that's all it's going to do, having proper footwork, especially in the West Coast offense, which is all about time and rhythm. That footwork is extremely important. So he has to clean all of that stuff up. But coaching matters, man. You just laid it out for everyone out here with the coaches and the quarterback combinations and from the worst to the best. And, hey, Justin is going to be a guy.
He is. See, Senpai said, the Bears need, if they stay with Fields, they need to keep everyone on the coaching staff. He needs continuity. No, you don't want the same coaching if they're coaching you improperly. Mm-hmm. All right, that's the thing. Now, Eberflus, cool. All right, but you and J2K said it best. All right, you need better coaching over continuity. That's what you do when you get guys who have, I don't know if Luke gets. I shouldn't say I don't know. It seems apparent to me that Luke Getsy doesn't know how to maximize Justin's skill set. That's what seems apparent to me. And so what you need to do is get a guy who can maximize it. Greg Roman is that dude. Okay. And yeah, someone said a lot of the reasons he keeps leaving, he's left different places or his issues. Okay, cool. I get it. But he's not trying to be a head coach. So he's going to be here for 4 years, 5 years or more. Okay. This guy has handled and coached and developed people with just the skill set. He worked with Colin Kaepernick. He was on the Super Bowl, the team that went to the Super Bowl, the 49ers team that went to the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick. He coached Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson goes on to be a league MVP. This is that dude. This is that dude. So, man, listen, we got to take a break. I'm fired up, dog. I am fired the freak up. Woo-wee. Because I get tired of people who don't know football talking football, and they have a platform, and then other people regurgitate what they hear from Colin Blowhard, from Joy, from Shady. And now I see why your name is Shady, because you're a shady ass mug, man.
Yeah, he is.
You know, he's crazy. Listen, we got to take a quick. We got to take a quick break. That's what I was trying to say, a quick break, and I said quake. Hey, Samuel, what you got going this weekend, Papa?
Hey, man, not much. Got my son's game, of course, and just chilling out around the house, man.
Is it at St. Rita? Because didn't you got Rita the other day for his game?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Well, say hi to. Well, actually, I didn't go to that school because I went to 63rd. But say what's up to St. Rita for me.
Will do.
All right, fellas, we'll be back. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Off the fake. Fields against the grain. Finds Jesse James. Field. With time. Delivers down to the field. And Converse. Still running. Made one way and Fields stumbling. Trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brymere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
How long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am, whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Coach. Here's a chance in front. Blackwell, the former Ranger, with a great move, scores. And just what you said, Joe.
Was with the Rangers, he did a nice job. And so here's this is just a defensive mistake. by the Rangers, and Blackwell really, that's a beautiful move by Blackwell. Miller was caught on one side, Trouba on the other, and Trouba had to be over on the other side. And has to be a...
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago, the courtesy of MSG, Madison Square Garden Network. Our Blackhawks yesterday, rough one against the Rangers in the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. We had some talk. We're going to talk college football on Monday. Monday night's the game, so we'll talk. I got David Kenyon coming on Monday. We're going to talk mostly. It's going to be wow. We got to talk Bears, obviously. Then we have to talk college football, obviously. I don't want to neglect my Bulls because the Bulls are playing well. Zach LaVine's playing tonight, so that's going to be a topic of discussion. Because Sunday the Bears and the Blackhawks play. Wow, we have a lot to we have a lot to talk about on Monday. I'm fired up. I'm looking forward to a lot of Chicago sports this weekend. I'm going to stay in and watch. Hey, Senpai, yeah, I'm glad. Listen, no. Hey, I'm a coach, man. And a coach is nothing more than a teacher. So, no, I'm not going to attack you at all. And no one here is going to attack you. All right, we a lot of people here, some guys have come over and watched from Nomads Network. Some people have watched from TTNL. Some people have come over from other places. Okay, and we don't do that. Right? We don't do that. We don't knock people like, oh, you stupid idiot. How do you not know? No. We don't do that because some people we're not all at the same level when it comes to football knowledge and football intelligence. We're not all at the same level. And you're more than welcome, and I'm glad you feel comfortable here. Okay, I'm glad you do. And believe me, we're not gonna. That's something that we allow. We don't, especially if you want to learn. We're here to teach. We're here to teach and talk. So, everyone, you've seen the comments. J2K, Brian Hendren, all right, Armando Lara, Cornelius. Even Samuel when he was on. Like, we're not here to put people down. What the hell good is that? No. We're here to help people, make people become more aware, become smarter, and more knowledgeable fans. All right, you're more knowledgeable fans. Junior, yeah, you put it simple. You're welcome here. We all get along, and if we have different views, that's the thing. We can have different views. All right, we can have different views. You know what I mean? We all look at things differently. So I'm glad you're here, and trust me, that is not the way we operate here as far as putting people down because they may be at a different level of a different level of football knowledge or sports knowledge. No, that's not how. It's not just be an asshole. It's be a dick. All right, and we're good. Everyone in here is a good person. We got good people in here. Me sometimes I'm still trying. Still trying. I'm working on my anger issues. All right. Let me be, damn it. I'm looking. I'm anxious to see when all this is going to be settled. All right, so yeah, we're going to beat the Packers, I believe. Okay, I truly believe we're going to beat the Packers. But I want to see what's going to happen after. All right, is it Monday? I don't think so. When are we going to hear from Kevin Warren? When are we going to hear from? There's a lot that excuse me. Is Pohl secure in his job? I think so. Is Eberflus secure in his job? I think so. But there's got to be a fall guy. Got to be. Pardon me. And some people, and there's an argument to be said for keeping Getsy. I don't agree with it. The argument is, one, continuity. Two, 2. That's it. 1. Because he doesn't design plays well. He doesn't explain things. He doesn't explain things because it seems like sometimes he tries to throw Justin under the bus. And when you throw if you're a coach and your players aren't doing what you want, then it's on you to get them to understand what you want. And there's an old saying in teaching, and this is the same thing for coaching, because coaching is nothing but teaching. If your students, players, don't learn the way you teach or coach, then you better teach or coach the way that they learn. If they're not learning the way you're doing it, then you need to change You need to change the way you're doing it so they learn. You know, some of his play designs are ridiculous. You know, I can't remember what game it was. I watched his reads. He went from the left side to the right side, back to the left side. That's not how you set up pass routes. That's not how you set up route combinations. You don't. And who are they playing? It escapes me. But the route concept for this was it was against the cover 2. Now we're getting kind of technical here, but so you got 2 guys in the middle of the field, okay? They had one guy, the guy on the left, the split out on the left. He ran a 15 to 20 yard curl. It was a deep curl. And that occupied this safety. It occupied this safety. Okay. He runs a deep curl, gets the attention of that safety. So safety comes up a little bit. On the other side, okay. On the other side, you had a guy run a go route. Okay. So it took that safety away. And the slot on the opposite side ran an over route. So he ran a corner route to the side where the guy was running the deep curl. So you got a guy going to the back of the end zone. You have a guy running a deep curl, which occupies the eyes of the safety, the deep safety. And then you had a swing route. So it looks like everything's going this way with the guy coming back. So the read was, you read that safety. So if he sees the guy doing the over route, you hit the deep curl. If he doesn't see the guy running the over route, which is going to be behind him, going to the back corner of the end zone, and he goes and sits on the deep curl, then you throw the over route. So the read would be, you read that safety, and what he does is wrong. Whatever he does is wrong. I forgot what team ran it on us, and they hit a big one. So the route, the read for the quarterback would have been safety, and whatever he does, curl or over route. And if not, then I got the flat on all on the same side. Okay. And now the routes aren't always going to be on the same side, but I'm saying stuff like that, which makes it easier for your quarterback, because now you only need to look at one side of the field. So this is what I say when he doesn't marry the concepts. Like the play calling is horrible. You watch the all 22, like why you having Justin go from here to here back to here? There's not enough time in the pocket. His reads have to be efficient. They need to be efficient. No, that's like master's level football. That's master's level football for you, senpai. But I'm just saying, you know. So I'm going to give you my prediction. Prediction? Pain. What movie is that from? Boom. 30-24 Packers. Now, if the Bears get the opportunity to run the score up, I don't know. I want them to do it. I want them to do it. Why? You need to send a message. You need to send a message. Green Bay, you're good. You've got good receivers, good offense, play good zone defense. Don't stop the run very well, which is going to help, which is beneficial to us. But we're coming. Next year, we'll be here, but we're coming. Just to let you know, we're coming. And sending a message to them and knocking them out of the playoffs sends that message because they need. It was Rocky 3 Jr. I know you would know. They need this win to get to the playoffs. And to knock them out would definitely get their attention. To knock them out would definitely earn their respect. And that's all you want. You want to be respected. People don't respect the Bears now. Well, now they do. But they weren't respecting the Bears last year and early this year. It's about respect. And if you don't have it, teams are going to do whatever they feel like doing to you. I hope they really make a statement, which is why when I talk about bringing an extra lineman in on short yardage, okay? The statement I want to make is that we are serious. Is that by any means necessary, we are going to get this 1 yard and we are going to continue this drive and score. Okay? It's like using a sledgehammer to kill a roach. It's overkill. But that's what I want. It's like, ever seen like cartels, like the gory things that cartels do? We've seen all kinds of craziness that they do. Okay, why do they do that? They could just shoot them and shoot people and be done with it. But they'll shoot them, pull their tongue out through their neck, mutilate their face. They do all this for fear. They do all this so people know that they're serious. And I'm not advocating what they do. I'm just using it as an example. So when you bring in an offensive lineman and you smash, we run some smash mouth football, downhill leads, we're coming to get that yard. It sets a tone. You get a reputation. And oftentimes, your reputation will precede yourself and you'll win on that play just because of what you've done in the past. I played on teams, hell, at Holy Cross, at St. Rita, at Holy Cross. We won the game before we even got to the stadium. The Chargers and the Thunder, we won the game before we even pulled up to the stadium. Because our defense was unbelievable. Our offense, especially with the Thunder, whew. The Thunder and Chargers, we had some extremely explosive players. We put up, let me tell you, my MVP year with the Thunder in 2006, we had 8 regular season home games, 10, something like that. Me and Mark, my fullback, who I'm going to hang out with on Sunday. Big shout out to my guy, Mark Micah, who's a teacher and football coach up at Warren High School up in Gurnee. He actually coaches Jaquan Brisker's son, or Jaquan Brisker's son, Jaquan Brisker's younger brother. I think he's a freshman there, so he doesn't really coach him because Mark coaches. But regardless, we're the Angus backfield, they call us, because they're beefy. I was like 225. He was like 240, 245. We set out because we would go up 35 points, 40 points. In those 8 games or 10 games of the regular season, we set out an equivalent of 2.5 games. An equivalent of 2.5 games. So if it was 8 games, that we played, which I don't remember. All right. That's over 2 quarters a game. If it was 10 games, it was a quarter a game. We would say it averages out to that. And you know what? Everybody who got in wanted to score. There was an attitude, there was an aura, there was a reputation about us that we did not play around. We drink with the best of them, we'd party with the best of them, we'd fight with the best of them, we'd hang out to all hours of the night. But when we stepped on that field, it was game time. It was on. And this is what I need from the Chicago Bears team. And Justin said it great the other day. We love each other. And I'm telling you, if you've never played a sport, in particular, if you've never played football, you don't understand what that means. I played with Junior in the chat. All right, Junior and I were on the same team for years. We played for the Chargers together. And we won the national championship in 1999. The love that we had for each other on that team. I mean, Junior, how many times did we go to Other Brothers? Like, we'd be out drinking. After practice, we had a sponsor 2 blocks away. We're drinking. Before the season started, that's when Dennis McKinnon was our offensive coordinator. We'd finish practice. We'd have practice at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. We'd finish practice at 12 or 1. We'd go to the bar, and we close it. We're partying. We're hanging out. We're building bonds. We loved that squad, loved each other. And this is what I'm seeing with this Bears team. Hell, we got our quarterback, Paul. We got his 16-year-old brother in there. Got him drinking. You know what I mean? Like, when Justin says that they're loving each other, and he said that a lot in the last press conference after the game. If you don't know and you've never been in a locker room, football locker room, those words were extremely, extremely powerful. And most people didn't even know it. That's why I think they keep in Justin. Man, 2 hours has come and gone. I want to thank Samo for staying a little extra long with me today. I had a guy, and he, unfortunately something came up and he had to cancel on me today. But for talking Bears, we were able to talk a little Blackhawks, a little talk a little Bulls. Monday, we're going to talk a little national. Well, we're going to talk Bears Packers. We're going to talk national championship game as well. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Brian, you're a fool. I think calm Greg is scarier than fired up Greg. Oh, that's awesome. Man, have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be a little nippy. It's going to be a little nippy. But make sure you get to a nice place to watch the game on Sunday. Spend it with family and friends, if not friends at least. And make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them. Let them know. Shoot them a text. Something. Just say, hey, just want to say hi. I was thinking about you. You'd be surprised how much of an impact that will make. As I always say, hey, we're not promised tomorrow. Tomorrow's guaranteed and promised to nobody. All right? So listen, guys, you have a phenomenal weekend. We will see you on Monday. Same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. to noon, 9 a.m. to 11 Central Time. This show will be replayed this evening at 6. Okay? Lakina and Sid are coming up at 12:15 with Second City Sports. Smoke Fellas tomorrow. I think it's still a rerun tomorrow. I think they're still off. But check them out at 11 o'clock. Yes, Mondo's going to meet up with us. Yes. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, Elliot Baez, our executive producer, Clarence Council, our social media guy, and my co-host, Adam Sencha Maya. Guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal weekend. Folks, I am out.